Would you buy a haunted house? What about for an investment property? Would it even make a good investment to buy a haunted house? Hola, welcome to Real Estate Jefas. I am Violeta.
And this is Lindsay, their co host.
Yes, and keeping with Spooktober, I thought it would be fun to go and see some spooky or even possible haunted houses that are listed. And also, I did find out that a very famous haunted house was actually for sale this year. But before we get into that, I want to ask you, Lynn, do you believe in like haunted houses?
I do not particularly believe in haunted houses. I did grow up Catholic, so there was a lot of movies growing up that were really scary about, spirits and ghosts and anything like that. But come to think of it, here, the house that I own, the primary residence that I owned, somebody died in this house just prior to me purchasing it. So I did have some kind of experience with that. And we can talk about that a little bit later when we're
Mhm.
looking at, for example, California disclosures. How about you?
I'm on the fence because I do still get scared. Like if somebody says like, "Oh, this was haunted," so like I always say like, "Oh, I kind of believe in it." I don't know. You kind of brought up the next thing that I wanted to mention before we get into like looking at these houses was that as real estate investors, I don't think it occurred to me to even like ask about like deaths or anything like that when I'm looking at rental properties. Are we required to disclose that? And you kind of started talking about it, that you already dealt with it on whether you had to disclose the house where you bought. So, can you tell us about the California? Because you're in California.
Yeah. So in California, there is like a timeline that you have to disclose. I think it's just like 2 or 3 years. If somebody has passed in the house, they have to disclose that how long it's been and if you likely would like to move forward. Seeing the house, entering the house, and putting an offer on the house. So my realtor let me know that somebody had passed in the last year of natural causes in the house.
Mhm.
But I work in healthcare, so I have seen a lot of people pass. So it's that's also erased the fear of like death comes as a big cloud of darkness. It is mostly, in my view, as a part of life. So it didn't steer me away.
I think if it was like natural causes, I would be okay with it. But if it was like a murder or something like that, I don't know because, most of the time when you hear about the ghosts or paranormal stuff, it was always like a violent death or something like that. So I'd be like, oh, what if they're like stuck here or something, right? I looked up mine and I think mine is iffy. It was kind of hard to tell, like, if you had to. And then if someone asks, like, I don't think it was something that you had to say. It's not like one of the things that as a seller you had to disclose. So I guess you would have to just like maybe Google the address and see if anything like comes up.
Now that we're talking about this topic, I have so many things that come into my head right now. Because, okay, so one house that I purchased out of state, there was a bullet lodged onto the roof when they did an inspection. But the inspector called me like right after, and he was like, "Just so you know, there is a bullet lodged into the roof, and it looks like it's an old bullet. It might have been there like 40 years ago." So I just went ahead and purchased the house, but I did not know what happened like in that house, and I
Oh,
never looked it up. But now that you think about it, maybe I should have looked it up. I don't know if this is too hippy dippy, but I believe the energy stays within the house if something bad happens. So we do have like a sixth sense of like, oh, it doesn't feel good here.
mhm.
And in my culture, for example, we do like bless the house and we do limpias of the house and we do like things that so we can come in with new energy to replace that old energy. We do that to people too. So
Zillow had they did like a report. It's back in 2023 and I'll link it down if anybody's curious, and they literally broke down like by state what is all required. And apparently in New York, there was like this like lawsuit or where it said like if you didn't tell someone that the house like was haunted or whatever, but you were like disclosing it to other people, like you were talking about. Like if I'm selling a house and I didn't tell the buyer, like, hey, this might be a haunted house, but I'm over here telling everybody and stuff that it's a haunted house and people know, but I didn't tell you, they could actually back out from buying that house. And then so I guess now we can get into some of these haunted houses. And there's one that I put in here that sold this year. I just wanted to like kind of look at this. And what are your thoughts on this one? This one is 118 East Pine Street, Independence, Kansas. It's in Kansas. It looks like one of like a haunted house. What do you think?
Yeah, at first I'm looking at square footage, 7,000 square feet. That's a lot
Yeah.
of square feet on $13 per square feet. Wow, that's a deal over here.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
$95,000.
I do love bricks.
Yeah.
I'm not Yeah, the brick houses do appraise well. It's a huge house, obviously. It's a massive undertaking. I think that just looking at it, it could be like a cool museum, like come check out my haunted house
Yeah.
commercial building. I don't even know what the zoning of this would be, but it would be like I live here or you can stay a night here. Like this is a lot of house for the $95,000. And if you have that good
Yeah,
budget, I
7,000,
feel
I
like
didn't see that the first time. It's 5 bedrooms. Like, look at this little, like, column looking thing on the left side. It looks like that might be a garage or something where you drive
Mhm,
up, but that looks nice. That looks like one
mhm.
of those, like, in the movies you see, like, and it's like a haunted house and just looks like it would be a haunted house.
Right, right. Like, I can imagine, the house layout being also, like, weird.
And so this one was built in 1874.
So, like, plumbing and bathrooms and having, like, 1 bathroom for 7,000 square feet, maybe, like, I imagine that would be the case.
In 1902, oil millionaire Albert McBride purchased the mansion and transformed it into a Romanesque style residence. So I guess it wasn't like this at the beginning, but he added onto it.
Mhm,
Adding the tower, he added the tower. So that tower wasn't originally part of the house. Late 1990s, the mansion was abandoned, but apparently it's been like trying to get restored since 1999 and it has been featured on many websites. Like I can imagine how pretty it was back then. And like you said, the brick, where's that? Like right here, this picture. That looks that looks pretty. Like you just clean
mhm.
it up and new windows and well, it looks like some
Yeah,
of the brick would need to be kind of like fixed like right here in the
for sure.
upper left.
Yeah, brick stands a long time, so I'm a fan of brick houses for sure.
What's
I
good?
wonder if there is, like, a fireplace in every single room too, because that's very old school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it does have a fireplace in this one. And it does have, like, a big garage in the back.
I think if it was, like, something like a passion for you, this would be such a cool
Yes,
project.
and like you said, you could turn it into kind of like a museum or you know what could be cool here too? Because, part of this is also thinking about, like, the investment side of it. Like, you could even do, like, maybe tea houses.
Mhm.
I think this would be a good spot for to do those like those tea things. I don't know if you've ever gone to one of them, but they're really
Yeah,
nice and usually is in types of similar houses like this. Well, I don't know. I'm not familiar with this location, Independence, Kansas. So I don't know. Like, I'm sure
the
it's like
middle of
super
nowhere,
fun.
you just go get tea.
Yeah, you're right. It's a nice, cool looking house. You just gotta fix it up a lot. Like,
Like, tune into, like, what the outside looks in, so I would, like, keep a lot of original work. For example, I
yes,
would never get rid of the fireplaces, I would try to make all wood flooring, not laminate, right? Like, very much on the theme of, like, what the Romanesque style would be for this, like, checkered floors even in the entrance, that would be amazing.
yeah, and this looks is that painted on the wall? Is this the wall? It looks like it. That's kind of cool too. That
Yeah.
you have this like painting on this wall.
For a big house like this, it would be, like, secret entrances and
Yeah.
bookshelves
Oh,
that
that would be
open.
nice too. Yeah. Um, and the stairs. That's cool. And so maybe one day I would like to restore, but maybe later when I'm like in my 50s or something. I have like more time. Oh, and all this looks like probably lead paint,
That's the tower, I assume. Look round like a
like
room
these
in the tower.
towers. That's the other thing we didn't talk about is, like, making sure, about lead paint too. So, because this is an old house, so could have had asbestos, lead paint. There's definitely probably some mold around here, and then you got a lot of broken glass, so you got to make sure you wear your boots. Oh, speaking of water damage, right here.
How do you know this house is haunted or
Well, this one was more spooky.
okay.
So when I was looking for these, it was kind of hard because it's not like a listing is going to say haunted. But there was, when you Google, there's some websites that kind of collect spooky houses, and I found this one. I'll link it below because I forgot off the top of my head, but it's a blog that does like a lot of spooky listing, which is a good
Mhm.
one because some people like to go out and look for houses like this, and buy them for themselves or to fix up or whatever.
Yeah.
But there were some cool ones in there, but I picked this one because I thought it was pretty neat and pretty old. So
Mhm.
yeah.
I think I mean, I'm just pulling a number out of my behind, at least $200,000
You
to
say how much?
remodel. 200K.
300, yeah. As I say, it would have to be something that's gonna bring in income somehow. Like, unless it's
Mhm.
for yourself, then it is, like, it would be a nice house too.
You're gonna bring your husband and your daughter to a spooky house to live?
Yeah, probably. I like this one. I probably would. I wonder, did it say, um,
You know what
it's
I
on
think
a
about
0.63 acre lot.
yeah. You know what
Yeah,
I think about houses like that? They're big, but also 7,000 square feet. Like, do you have enough time to clean it? Like,
no, no. I would like, if I was to get this one, it would definitely be like a house hack where maybe I didn't see where the rooms were, but like if there's like a bedroom upstairs and then downstairs or whatever, like I would live and then like do a bed and breakfast kind of deal
yeah, bed
throughout
and
the year, like especially the touristy parts, and then that would help. But yeah,
yeah.
that or a multi-generational home, like my parents would live with me and stuff, like, so that would work. But yeah, like 5 bedrooms, 7,000 square feet, that's a lot. That's a lot of cleaning and stuff, and $672 a month is what they estimate your mortgage would be. So,
Mhm.
if you're looking for this, I will link it, but you do have to be in Independence, Kansas. I've never been there. I've never looked at it, so I don't know if it's like a good city or not. Like, or is it just like you're gonna be out in the middle of the wherever? But
Yeah, like
yeah, that
Paul.
was a cool one.
Oh,
All right.
ooh, Salem.
Yeah, so I saw this one. Now, this one did sell already, back
Like where
in
we're gonna buy it.
April, but I wanted to find something in Salem that was like this year or whatever. And I saw this one, which I also got from that blog that had like a listing of spooky houses. And I mean, we know what Salem has like the spooky vibes already with the witches and stuff. And it looks like a witch's house. It
It does. I love it.
it looks like one of like in those movies, the witch movies. Like this is the type of house that they would have. And now this one's built in 1877, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Now this one's a little bit probably more doable. It's still a little bit too much for just like one person. 2,500 square feet. And this one was listed for 118, or well, that's how much it sold for.
Mm.
So that's still, I think that's still good for 4 bedrooms, 118 for
Mhm.
that house. I guess we'll see how much work you're gonna have to need. I think that's pretty. That would look really nice. And again, your brick that you love.
Yeah.
It would be so nice to restore this. It would look so cool.
Yeah. I don't it has a very nice facade, but it looks bigger than I would have 4 bedrooms. I imagine it has way more many bedrooms. It's 2,500 square feet,
Hmm.
right? Like I have a 1,400 square feet here and it's 4 bedroom.
Yeah.
So I imagine these bedrooms are huge or like they don't count a lot of common areas as well. So
That's
let's see.
true. That's true. So, but look, on the right side, it's accessible. It's
Oh, is that
wheelchair
for, I mean,
accessible.
okay. The more reason to make it a museum.
Yeah, this one could be. I
It's
really
88 lines, guys.
Yes, it's 88. Well, at least it's accessible. I really like these little chimney things. So it looks they're from fireplaces. So you have
Right.
possibly one, two, three.
There's at least 3 fireplaces,
Yes.
yeah.
That's so I really look how cool they did. Wow.
It reminds me of the movie Practical Magic with
That's the
Sandra Bullock,
movie that I was trying to think of.
and then they jump off the roof, because they
Yeah.
start flying, but that exactly looks like that. I love that movie.
Yeah. I
Bring back Sandra Bullock and their witchy.
yes. Retouching the paint and all that. That will look so pretty. I'm excited to see. I'll probably maybe I should save it to come back to it. Um,
To see if they do anything with that, like, in the
yeah.
future. Like,
Because
I
you
mean,
could I mean, I don't know if they'll put it somewhere. I wonder if there's like a blog or something of the seller that bought it and doing the restoration project or whatever. But maybe next year you could just look it up, the address on Google and just look the outsides, see if they
yeah.
did it. Look at this. I think this is like a little breakfast nook or something. That looks
What do
like
they
a
call
light.
that old seasons room? Like, where you have, like, north, east, and west, or south, east, and west kinda thing?
That like wood part right here. I do gotta fix more brick. So the brick's inside too. That's cool.
Look at Violetta excited about all that wood.
Oh, look at the fireplace.
I imagine, like, having a fire, a Christmas tree next to it kinda thing.
You know, that old type of Christmas with actual stockings, and that's so cool. All this you'd have to fix up. This would be
Yeah.
another, like, maybe you could do especially since it's in Salem. Now, I don't know exactly where or how close or whatever, but this would be another cool I don't know why I'm still sticking to the theme of tea, of a tea house, but that would definitely work with the witchy vibes because, like, all your teas can be, like, brews, like witches brews, cool names or whatever.
Yeah.
Or you
Oh,
yeah, or like a witch, it has 4 bedrooms, so maybe you could do, like, a little small Airbnb kinda deal, shared Airbnb, maybe?
yeah, it could be like a bachelorette team, kind of Airbnb too, like, come to the witch house to have
Yeah.
your last single night, enjoy among the sisterhood,
Oh, yeah, yeah, so just, like yeah.
dance around naked under the moon in the sky. I feel like if I take over this project, I would be so anal about, like, the constructors and the workers, like, not damaging the wood. Like,
Yeah, I
making
would be
sure
so
that
scared.
not
'Cause look at
being
the
done.
stairs. Wow, that is so pretty. And that's so unique. I never seen, like, stairs like that where it's kind of like you have that little square pattern in a
Mhm.
column thing. I don't even know what you would call it, but it looks pretty cool, and then a little bit I don't know if that's stained glass or if they put, like, color paper over it. Look, you could put Harry Potter down here.
And Harry Potter upward.
Little a little nook, or you can make it I've seen some people make underneath the staircases, like a little mini wine cellar type deal.
Look at that, how it hits the stairs to the light, even if it's I don't know if it's tan or color, but it hits the staircase differently, so it creates
Yeah,
a visual effect, even though this house is, like, almost destroyed,
yeah.
it still looks, like, magical in a way. That shed looks like you're gonna take somebody there to kill or something.
That's definitely, like, a little spooky right there.
It's a slaughterhouse.
It does look like where you do go slaughter something.
You
Oh
know,
my
who
god.
goes in there, it's not coming out, like, kinda thing.
And then the last one that I wanna talk about because, like, this one is definitely considered haunted, don't know if it's how true it is, but it's a very famous house. Let's see if you recognize this house. Do you
Ah,
recognize the house?
I don't, but I know what movie it's from because you
Oh,
told
yeah,
me.
because I told you. When I was looking for, like, houses or haunted houses or spooky houses to do this episode, come to find out that this very famous house from the movie The Conjuring was actually for sale this year. And so the person that owned it apparently like defaulted on it for some whatever reason, right? And so it got foreclosed on, and they were actually supposed to do an auction on October 31st. So they were going to do it on Halloween, obviously staying on theme. And but apparently it got sold within the past few days because I saw it and then it was like active and then all of a sudden it was, off the market. And I went and looked and it was because yeah, somebody apparently bought it. So I wanted to look at it. And so it's a 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. It's on a 8.5 acre lot, and the last time it sold was sold for 1.53 million.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's located in Rhode Island, which I didn't know. Like, I actually didn't know where this house was, so pretty interesting. Uh, and it was built in 1836. Now this one
Damn.
looks like more of a cabin, so not brick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I always think of like, yeah, I always lived in like a city my
uh-huh,
whole life, even when I was living in Peru. So when I'm thinking like acres, like
uh-huh.
what? Like how much land is there for you to like go and just this is still mine and this is still mine?
Yeah,
Or like how long do you have to drive before you hit a hospital or like a
yeah.
grocery store? That's like another life for me for sure.
This one would be a good museum. People like would especially around this time, October, I would imagine that is like your top season when people go and look for this house and go visit it and whatever, do haunted tours or whatever. I don't know, maybe shoot, even probably like weddings or something you could probably do. Like people probably want to do their wedding there. Like it's or a bachelorette party like you were mentioning it
Yeah,
earlier.
you probably won't repair much of the outside whatsoever,
Mhm.
I would imagine.
That's why it's so valuable because it was on The Conjuring and it's haunted or whatever, so, yeah, I would definitely not change much, but, I mean, again, it's your well, whoever this person is house now, and but I doubt they'll change much of it, but yeah, it looks cool, and I really love how they made sure to take a picture, or I don't know if it's edited this way. I feel like it might be edited where it gives it even spookier vibes because of the clouds. But a lot of these pictures are just like the haunted items. Like they put this chair right here. Like why? But
Comes with the house.
it comes with the house. Get buy this house and it comes with this haunted chair, which I wonder if it's part of the movie or something. And then of course, Annabelle. They put some Raggedy Ann dolls, Annabelle.
Now
Look
we're
at
crossing this.
did you notice the back? Look what they put in the back.
Oh, what is this?
The
Oh, it's
Ouija board.
I see. I was like, "What is it to say?"
It's a Ouija board. Wow, they really were playing with
But
the haunted
they're
theme.
already
Yeah. Wow.
plain.
Yeah, I like that. I'm trying to remember the movie. I need to go back and watch it to see these little areas and stuff. But obviously, the type of photographer that they had, usually when you're like trying to sell like your property, you get a photographer that like brightens everything and like makes it look bigger or whatever. But here they obviously got a photographer that made it like darkened a lot of the stuff and made it look
Mhm.
even spookier and haunted. And there goes another Annabelle doll. I wonder I forgot who owns the doll now, because I don't think this is the doll. I can't remember.
So would you stay here one night?
I would visit. I would
Yeah.
visit, but I don't think I would stay. I think I'm too scared. I'm too scared because I went and did that, whatchamacallit, that old city jail, and they had a midnight tour, and I was so scared. I went by myself because I was traveling for work, and they sent me there. I went because I knew Charleston had, like, a lot of haunted stuff, so I went and did that, and I was so scared. I was like, "I would not, because I think they did have another one that was later, and I was like, "Ooh." It just felt creepy. I took pictures, and I was scared to look at the pictures until the next day, until I left, and it was in a bright with other people. I didn't wanna look at them in my hotel room at night. I was scared to see something in my pictures. I don't know whatever happened to those pictures. But yeah, would you buy this house if you had the money because it was 1 point something million?
No, yeah, I definitely would like the middle house that you show me, number 2,
Yeah.
like the Witchy one. That looks really it's in Salem too, like, there's a lot of history there. That looks like the most passionate project that I would, like, take. This is just a horror movie, I feel like, but Salem, there's things that happen that were, really negative against women too, so I would, like, tap into that, I feel.
Yeah, yeah, I don't think I would want this house for sure. I think and then the style and stuff. The property looks kind of cool, like, nice little open area and everything. But I wouldn't risk it, especially for 1 point something $1,000,000, and then you have to try to get rid of it and stuff, so
That's a lot of land, though.
yeah.
Every step you take is like a creak, creak, creak.
That too, that would drive me I'm pretty sure this is a creaky house for sure, and a lot of drafts, and probably have to I wonder how, like, with mold and stuff, because I don't know how well ventilated this is now, you'd probably have to
What is
air it
the
out.
weather like to here? We don't know.
Yeah, and more Ouija boards, they really played up the haunted stuff. Yeah,
If you're
well,
looking at the listing with us, let us know in the comments that if you would purchase this house.
yes.
True
Yeah,
heart fan of The Conjuring.
yeah, let us know which one of these houses that we looked at would you actually buy. Definitely, I'm with you on pick number 2, the Witchy house. I love that house. So, but yeah, that was a fun little mini tour of spooky houses and one haunted house. So I'm curious to see because nobody knows who bought the Conjuring house as of when I looked at it. So we'll see who actually bought it and what they plan to do with it. So, but yeah, other than that, let us know if you've dealt with a haunted house or gone to a haunted house. Would you invest in a potentially haunted house? What are your thoughts? But other than that, that's it for this episode, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.